How to spot an energy vampire in your life. You will encounter energy vampires in two forms. Random interactions that you will feel the draining energy, and full-on relationships with energy vampires. The random encounters can be harder to spot, but it can be good to know how to sense them and protect yourself until your interaction is over. Random encounters with energy vampires. Spotting an energy vampire in the wild can be easier than you think. If you are spending time talking to someone at a party, interview, or any other public place, you may notice that you feel your energy draining, and it may manifest as several ways. Feeling uncomfortable with no logical reason, feeling suddenly physically or emotionally tired. You may not be odd social behavior like showing off or trying to assert dominance where it has no place. Showing off or trying to one-up you in the conversation. How to spot an energy vampire in your life. If you find that you are often low on energy or worn out in interactions with some family or friends, the odds are that you are looking at being in a relationship with an energy vampire. This can manifest in several ways. Some signs of an energy vampire in your life include blatant narcissism. Narcissists are energy vampires in their own right because they feed off of the energy of their victims. If you are not their chosen victim, you may still feel the effects of their energy draining during your regular interactions. They are always trying to prove they are better than you. This goes beyond simple competitiveness or the neurodivergent habit of sharing similar stories in an effort to show your understanding of someone's situation. Energy vampires will intentionally try to one-up you in nearly every conversation. This is because it is easier to draw energy from you when the attention is on them. They criticize or bully others around them. Energy vampires thrive on the energy and attention of others. While a normal person really only wants the positive energy of others, energy vampires will happily take any energy they can get, even if it is at the pain of others, because negative energy is still energy. They intimidate and control others. If you have a controlling person in your life that often leaves you drained with every interaction, odds are you are looking at an energy vampire. Dealing with these vampires can be as simple as doing a quick protection spell or wearing crystals for protection to help keep them from accessing your energy. For others, you may have to take a step out of your comfort zone. If you're feeling yourself being drained, do not be afraid to leave the situation and move on to something else. No is a complete sentence, and you are allowed to tell people no without further explanation. Do not be afraid to set this boundary. It is not your job to be polite to cater to others. Dealing with energy vampires that are part of your life. Energy vampires that are part of your everyday are very different from the random encounters you may face. At the end of the day, you may be forced to make those choices when it comes to protecting yourself from energy vampires. Set boundaries. While energy vampires are not happy when people set boundaries and limits on the access they have to them, this is by far the most important thing you can do to protect yourself. Boundaries can look different for every person. These boundaries can be as big as cutting someone out of your life entirely, or as small as not allowing them to push you around. Here are some healthy boundaries you can set. Require a phone call or text before visits. Limit how often you see the person. Say no and mean it. Remember, no is a complete sentence. Do not allow him to insult or demean you. Limit access to you and your children as needed. Keeping calm and not allowing the energy vampire to cause you to have an angry outburst. When you are angry and dealing with an energy vampire, do not allow that to show, as they will feed off that negative energy. If you make a habit of keeping calm and stepping away when an energy vampire is making an effort to keep your energy under control, is a great way to make them lose interest in you. Energy vampires love negative emotions, and when you do not let them get that satisfaction from you, they are more likely to lose interest in trying to get a rise out of you. Limit your time with energy vampires. If you are in a close relationship with an energy vampire, it can be a bit more complicated when it comes to keeping your energy under control. Limit your time with the vampire in your life. If you are in close contact with them on a daily basis, be sure to use protection against them to help keep them from taking too much energy from you, and make sure you get time away from them. Spending time in another room working, getting out of the house without your energy vampire, and having a space that is just for yourself can help make it easier to protect your energy and keep yourself from feeling the effects of constant contact with a vampire. Ways to protect yourself from an energy vampire. There are some magical ways you can help to protect yourself from energy vampires. These simple things can be a great way to help protect yourself from energy vampires, whether it is an encounter on the street or a holiday dinner with that one family member. Head coverings. One simple way to help protect your energy is to put a head covering on. This works the same way as when you use a head covering while going through a graveyard to prevent spirits from attaching to you. It prevents vampires from attaching to you. Remember that this does require intention and is not a passive option. Every time you put on your head covering, remember to do so with the intention of protecting yourself from outside influence. Braid your hair. One popular way that many people are talking about protecting themselves from energy vampires is to use braids. This works because braids are a protective hairstyle that helps to hold your hair, that works well to feel out energy around you together so it cannot be affected by energy outside of your own energy field. This is a common reason many indigenous cultures braid their hair. You can use this same power for protecting yourself. Try braiding your hair with the intention of keeping your energy locked up tight before you go visit with an energy vampire. If you find yourself face to face with one draining you, try grabbing a section of your hair and braiding it with intention. Wear protective crystals. Red and black crystals are great for protection from energy vampires. Black crystals are known for being extremely protective and can be a great asset to your daily wardrobe and home protection for all sorts of issues. Try wearing or keeping red jasper, ruby, bloodstone, obsidian, or black tourmaline in your pocket. These will work to protect you. Cut cords. Cutting cords should have a regular part of your energy maintenance. After you have encountered an energy vampire, you should always take the time to cut the cords that connect you to them. This will stop them from being able to continue pulling energy from you. Remember that cord cutting doesn't have to be a big ceremony. It can be as small as envisioning the cords that run between you and the other person and watching them snap apart. Mirror spell. Mirror spells are a great way to deal with energy vampires that may be trying to take energy from you. Take 2 cheap mirrors and write the name of the person you are dealing with out. Print a photo of them. Place this between the mirrors and tape them together facing each other so that their attacks always bounce back at themselves and they cannot reattach to you.